All right, Royce. I'm gonna let a few go by on regular speed just for you to look at it and you can have it, and then I'll break it down. Not the greatest camera angle, but we'll deal with it. All right. So, I think you're looking better and better. Your swing's getting out, but there's a few little things that we can do to keep you to stay back a little more, get your hands more alive, and really start just going off, man. Because you're really close. All right. First of all, let's look at to where you're at when you pick your foot up. That's a big load. I just that's a lot to do to get to that backside. Which I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm just saying, just understand that's an easy adjustment, and it takes less stress and less, it's a less headache. It's easier. So, in my opinion, watching you from the side, we could start just a little more back, like that's our stance instead of all the way up here. Just start a little bit more in it, right there, somewhere in there, somewhere where you feel real comfortable. But I'm just saying, I think we should get back a little bit more, so our load's only about that big. That's just going to make it cleaner. All right, so anyway, let's see where you're at when you pick up, though. You're pretty darn loaded, right? But if we got that stomach more in there, maybe a hair taller back here on that backside, maybe a hair. Now when you pick up, you don't have that work right there. See that work in your stomach? Right there, where I just want you picking up. So, in other words, we're not fully loaded until there. That looks like that's your loaded position. So, and by again, look at your stomach, look at everything. Look how tall that is, how tall the backside is. That's where your loaded position is. So, I want that to be what you look like on the ground right before you pick up. So you're loading into that, then picking up all in a rhythm. Because you see from there how clean you are. You don't do much right there. So that's your fully loaded position right there. So I want you to start kicking in that. Watch what happens because you're not fully loaded. When you get to the top of your kick, you fall. So your back hip is falling instead of driving towards the ball. So it's falling. Now you start trying to drive it, but it's from a weaker position. So when you came down, and you're close, so make sure you understand you're really close. I want you just a little more in it when you land. Front knee more in it. Front foot slightly open. I'm okay with that. I'm not worried about that. It's the front leg, the knee, the hip, and all that. But where you're landing right there is not bad. But I screwed up, and I thought you were down. You're not. Now you're down. Oh, that's not as good. All right, so when you land, I need you looking more like that, but like that when you land. Don't let all that open up. That's what's going to make you get a little draggy back here. All right. But again, I don't want you thinking you're doing anything bad. That swing looks good. Look at it. I mean, that's a good stroke. But the bat path could be better, and we could be staying back better. All right. Let's go to the next swing. I'm going slow motion now. All right. So I'm going to start with the stance back a little bit more so we just don't load as much. And then now on this next one, I want to talk about your hands. All right, so getting all the way in it, and you're pretty darn close right there. And so we're not falling, though. We're going to be back more locked in and not working that stomach right there. So we're going to be cleaner. Cleaner, so we're all the way in it, so you don't have that little bit. Let me go back. So you don't have that little right there. That's what shoots you forward. All right, so with all that said, watch how you get tight right there in your hands and shoulders. Right there. Which causes our hands to be kind of dead. So when you go to swing, it doesn't have that natural separation that I'm wanting to see from you. You got a little bit, but what we're going to see better when we're a little looser is when that swing's coming through, you'll get more of a whip compared to more of just a, hey, but again, that's just relaxing, so I don't want to sit here and dwell on that. But I do want to see better on that, okay? So again, watch how your hands, when you pick up, you get a little tight right there. Your face is tight. I want that relaxed. And then instead of your hip carrying you to the ball, you see how your stride's taking you to the ball. And that's what makes you more of a crasher right now compared to hitting out that rhythm that we're talking about. But again, I think you look good, man. And we got games this weekend. Roll with this. You look good. But kind of go over this video and make the couple adjustments I'm talking about if you can without overthinking. Again, let's look at another swing. These little things I'm talking about, though, man, is going to get you where your swing's going to be recruitable. Most college coaches can't even talk about it and why that's recruitable, but they can see it. And just the things I'm talking about will clean you up. So again, watch how when you pick up, you work instead of being fully loaded. So again, here's your loaded position. Get kicking from that position. So then we're going to relax and let those hands react from there. Again, though, man, I'm critiquing you, but it's pretty. Hey, and for a high school player, you could roll with this and be okay. But I just think you got a lot better in you, man. And again, we're talking about centimeters of adjustments. We're not talking about inches. So this is all fixable. Not that you need to be fixed, but you know what I'm saying. All right, go one more time. Make sure you're not confused on this. I want you to look like that right there on the ground. That's your loaded position. So you're going to pick up from this position that we're in right there. You pick up from there. Now we're going to be able to balance a little bit better. So by the time you get loaded, you're falling. So now you're going to have to fight to get that swing out in front instead of having that freedom to get you through easily. And again, you do fight, so you're doing good. But we got better, man. We got better. All right, look at another swing. Let's go in slow motion all the way through where I won't stop it. All right. And boy, you're trying to get to that loaded position. You're trying to do what we're talking about. But I think now getting your eyes on it and see what I'm talking about, now it's going to make it even easier for you. Because, again, half the time I was doing this, I thought I was fully loaded too. So it's something we don't really feel, and we just didn't know. Yeah. So again, just that little work right there makes you go forward. It stops your rhythm. It stops your hands. It kills you. And then you crash. And I want to get it to where when you kick, that rhythm takes over. Those hands naturally separate because they're reacting. And then we're hitting out of a rhythm where we're truly timing so we don't have to be perfect. Right now, you have to be perfect. All right, crash. But that crash is a good swing. But it could be so much better, so much better. All right, so again, I'm going to watch it one more time without stopping it. I'm sorry. Well, that might have been it. Or was I talking? Okay, let's go one more swing and I'm done. All right, so start with our weight back a little bit more. Don't kick until your stomach's fully loaded. Don't let your hands stop right there. Let them keep moving because you're relaxed. And then keep doing what we're doing. Because overall, your swing's looking good. You're looking better every time I see you. But I want you to work on these few little things, man. All right, hope this helps.